and I'm going to be filming a video with this thing right here. So I got everything I need. I got my green deer hair, calf tail, cement, thread, 8 hook, pair of scissors, because you're from here, and then we'll start cutting. All trimmed up as you can. Hey guys, Joe Outdoors here. Today I'm back, and today I'm at the desk once again, and I'm going to be filming a video with this thing right here. You might not be able to see this, but it just fell off my desk. It's my vise, tying flies. I made a video during the summer. It was a fly fishing video, and I tied a fly at the beginning of the video, and I had comments, people asking me to tie more flies on the video. They want me to tie the flies, so I'm finally doing it. In the winter, it's the time to tie them because not really much going on. And if you guys clicked on this video because you guys like seeing flies getting tied and you want to learn new flies, go ahead and subscribe, because this week I'm going to be posting quite a few videos with making flies with my vise. And today I'm starting off with like a common fly. I'm starting off with a green machine. And that's very common. Everybody uses that where I live. And I don't know if it's common other places, but it's a really good salmon and trout fly. That's what I fish it with, and I catch lots of fish with them. So I'm going to be starting off with that, pretty basic, and we're going to go up to more flies that you guys might not have heard of during the week. So each video, I'm going to be tying one fly, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all ready. And while I'm getting this ready, you guys can go subscribe, and I'll just wait here for a second for you to subscribe. Okay, so you subscribed? Okay, good. So now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get this ready. I'm gonna get all my stuff out and I'll show you guys what we need. Okay, so we got the vise on the table right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and get the stuff I need, and I'll show you what we need here. Okay, so right next to my vise here, if I look over here, I got this drawer. So in my first drawer, not very organized right now, but that's because all the fish and stuff has been thrown in here from after summer, but that's alright. So on my top drawer, I got all the basic stuff, scissors, thread. I'm gonna be needing that, so I'm gonna throw that up there. And I'm going to be needing this cement, fly cement. And I'm going to be needing black thread. That's 8/0. I'm going to get 6/0 right there. So we got 6/0 black thread. A little bit left on there. So we're going to set that up on the table. There. And we're going to find ourselves a hook. So I'm going to get a size hook that's going to be good for early summer fishing. So here I'll be using these in a video, probably my next video, I don't know. Yeah, subscribe and see. So I'm thinking probably a size 8 or 6 or 4, something around there. Maybe I'll tie it on this size 8. I'll put that right there for now, but I'm going to keep looking for that perfect size hook. Okay, so I'm going to be tying a size 8 hook right here. This is one I'm going to be using, and I'm going to go ahead put this right there. Okay, so now we got everything to start to fly off. Now I'm going to get a calf tail, a white calf tail for the tail, and then I'm going to be getting green deer hair. So I'm going to go ahead and get that right now in my drawer, and the deer hair drawer is the third one down, all the deer hairs in here, and you can grab these big pack of all assortment. Those are really nice to have, but I got some down here. Might be using this. If there's any shorter stuff, I'll find shorter. Okay, so I got everything I need. I got my green deer hair, I got my calf tail, I got my cement, I got my thread, and I got my size 8 hook. And what you're gonna need is you're gonna need a really good pair of scissors, because you're gonna be cutting hair. You don't want some cheap scissors. You want some stuff that's gonna cut real nice and sharp. And I'm gonna be putting my stuff down, like all links to the stuff down in the description. So if you guys want to buy something, you click on that link, you buy it right there, and you guys will help the channel out, because I will get some of the money from what you guys buy on the website. So go click the link down below and help the channel out. Get yourself some good fly tying gear, and you can make yourself some flies like me. So I'm going to start off size 8 hook, and this depends on the regulations where you are. Where I live, I need to have a barbless hook, a single barbless hook, so I'm going to have to cut the barbs off of these for salmon. That's what I'm making the flies for salmon. And I don't really mind catching a trout on a barbless hook, because I don't really care if I lose them or not. Lots of trout where I live. So, size 8 hook right there. And I'm going to go ahead, put my hook in the vise, and pinch that barb. Always do that before. If you ever pinch the barb, do it the first step, because if you tie your fly, you pinch the barb, that hook snaps off, you're really not going to be very happy with yourself. So, pinch it off, put it in the vise. I'm going to switch the camera from here to here. So now, as you can see, I got my hook in the vise, just like that, and the barb is pinched. So my first step, I'm going to grab my calf tail here. As you can see, there's not much hair left on that, so I'm going to be going ahead, I'm going to cut the little piece that's left on there, right at the end, and I'm going to cut that off with my scissors. Just like that, there. I got my little piece of calf tail right there. I'm going to go ahead, set that aside for now. I'm going to need it here in a second. But I got my thread here. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take this thing off. Make my hands free. Okay, so there, I got 2 hands now. I'm going to put that on there. And I'm just going to wrap it all around. Get the hook black. There, the hook's nice and black. I'm going to go ahead and put some knots on there. How to make knots? You take your thread, you get your finger around it, you make a circle like that, and that circle you put on top of your hook and pull it tight. And that's going to keep your everything on. Everything that's on there, it's going to knot it up there. There, it's on. And that little tail at the back, as you can see, I'm going to cut that off. Just like that. And so now I'm going to start doing the white tail. I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to grab it, put it on the end. Just like that. Sticking out a little bit. There, as you can see, the tail's a bit longer now. I'm going to trim it up when I'm done, but I'm just going to go ahead and tie it on right now. Okay, so I got the tail tied on, and after every step you want to do your knots. Might just saw on the time lapse there, I did my knots right there. So now I'm going to take my green deer hair, I'm going to cut a little chunk off. Okay, so there I got my little chunk off. I'm going to go ahead and ball that up. Just get it all tight together, like that. And then I'm going to put it on the hook, right there, so it's all sticking at the front, and then there's stuff sticking at the back. Just put where you want it in the middle, and this is how you spin deer hair. If you don't know how to spin deer hair, you're not going to get this your first time, because spinning deer hair is not as easy as it looks. So you go ahead, you do your first one very loose, and then you let go and you tighten up, and then you just keep spinning your deer hair. And if it gets stuck on that hook down there, you just take it off. And for a green machine like this, you're not going to want a lot of deer hair. You don't want to pin your deer hair down. And you just do it a few times on top of it. There you go. As you can see, it's big and bushy. I'm going to go ahead, push this back as far as I can push it back, because you're going to want to stuff more deer hair on there. So there's a good little start. I'm going to go ahead, cut more deer hair, do the same thing. Okay, so as you just saw, I put more deer hair on, the whole hook's filled, and I'm not going to leave it as bushy like that. I got to cut it down, and as you guys probably saw in the thumbnail, this is not what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead, get my bucket, and I'm going to start cutting that down, trim it all up, and make it nice and smooth. Okay, so I got my bucket underneath. You guys can't see, but that's alright. Nothing special about a bucket. And I'm going to go ahead. First, I got to knot this on. I'm going to knot it right at the head. Make sure you don't put the knots over your deer hair, because you're going to pin the deer hair down. That is not what you want. So I'm going to put my knots right there at the tip where there's no hair, where I'm going to make my head later on. And then we'll start cutting. Okay, so I got the green machine all trimmed up. As you can see, it looks much more neater. And people leave them like this. You can if you want to. You will catch fish, yes, but I'm going to make it a little bit more fancier. I'm going to be doing pretty much the basic green machine today. If you guys want to see me make different versions of the green machine, more fancier, I have different versions. And there are actually different kinds that I have caught more fish on than others, which I'm not going to be making today. If you guys want me to make it, you have to hit the like button, comment down below, and tell me that you guys want to see that. So right now, I'm going to go ahead, put my thread back on right at the head there. And there, we're tied back on. Do a few knots just to make sure if you break it, everything's going to stay. Break your line right there. Okay, so now, one thing I forgot to grab when I was grabbing everything for you guys was a hackle. So, I'm going to go ahead and grab that right now. Okay, so I got my hackle now. Right there's piece of hackle, just a long, skinny feather. For a green machine, you're going to want a skinny feather because you don't want it to float, you want it to sink. It's a underwater fly, so I'm going to go ahead, put it on here, right at the front. Okay, so I got my hackle on. Now I'm just gonna spin that hackle on the fly. I'm gonna space them a little bit apart. You don't want them too close, or else there'll be no green. Okay, so I got all the hackle spun on there. Now I'm gonna go ahead, weave my line in and out so I don't pin that hackle down. And I'm just tying it on now, so I get to the back, it's all tied on. And I'm going to make sure I get it on so it doesn't flip off. So now that that's like that, I can just go ahead, pull this off, and or cut it, whatever you like to do. I cut it, so I'm gonna go ahead, cut that little tail off, throw that in the trash. You can see that it is all tied now, but I'm gonna go back to the head, make sure I don't pin any of this hackle down. So now I'm at the head. I'm gonna go ahead, make my knots, make the head nice and black, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my cement just to make sure everything seals up and stays on the fly. So there we go. I got all the knots tied on. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off as close as I can. There, it's cut off. Now I got my cement here. I'm gonna go ahead, open up the cement, and I gotta get apparently a brush for this, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got myself a brush, and I'm gonna go ahead, open this up again, get a little bit. You don't want too much because you don't want to seal that whole fly up. You just want to seal that end right there, that head that you made. So there you go. You got that all sealed up, and as you can see, looks really nice. Now you can go right out on the river, catch salmon, trout, whatever you like with that. Okay, so I got the fly all tied up, and as you can see, it's looking real nice. Now I can go ahead, put that in my fly box, and probably catch fish on it. This summer, I'm going to be doing fly fishing videos for trout, salmon. You'll see me, I'll be using that probably. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys a last look at that fly. So that's the end of today's video. If you guys liked it, make sure you hit that like button, and if you are new and you haven't already, go subscribe. You can go down in the corner and you can subscribe, or you can just, when you leave the video, it's down below, or you can go on my channel and subscribe. Either one, it's all over the place. You guys can do it, so just go ahead and do it. It's simple. And tell me you did subscribe down in the comments, and tell me if you guys want to see more of these videos, because I can tie these in the summer because I'm always tying anyways to make flies so I can catch fish with them. And I can show you guys some new patterns to tie. You never know what I can tie. So I have a few on my mind that I'm definitely going to be tying for you guys. This week you'll probably see some more fly tying videos. And if you guys like today's video, press the like button. And if you're new, subscribe. Don't forget to comment. And I will see you guys in the next video.